Hi, AFCON 2025 in shadows. Morocco's dark tactics that stained the tournament. What should have been a celebration of African football has instead been clouded by controversies. As the dust settles on African tournament, there are questions that are now on the lips of many people concerning the tactics that the host country may have undertaken all through the tournament. Straight into the realm of unsporting conduct and ethical violations. Tonight, let's examine the pattern of behavior on the pitch, off the pitch, and on the stands that many people believe cross the line. Let us use on the pitch. Is this a new low for African football? Multiple video clips circulating online appear to show Morocco Football Federation officials interfering with opposition goalkeepers during the course of play and penalty shootouts. Nigeria's goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali was seen having his towels removed twice from behind the goalpost. Senegal's goalkeeper Edouard Mendy suffered the same treatment. In one shocking moment, the Morocco's captain Hakim Ziyech was captured on the camera taking Mendy's towel and throwing it away, forcing a Senegalese player to jump over the advertising boards to retrieve the towel. These towels are not accessories. Goalkeepers use them to keep their gloves dry or clean the sweat, and sometimes to note penalty takers' preferences. FIFA laws are clear. No team official or player has the right to interfere with an opponent's equipment, no matter what. Yet, no sanction, no cautions, no interventions from the officials of the CAF. Secondly, fans, bananas, and racial undertones. Even more disturbing were scenes involving the fans. Videos show objects, including bananas, being thrown to the goalkeeper, Nigeria's goalkeeper, Stanley Nwabali, during the penalties. In a moment that stunned the viewers all over the world, Nwabali picked the banana and ate it, turning an attempted humiliation into a moment of dignity. But the act itself raises uncomfortable questions. In global football, bananas have long been associated with racial abuse. So why was this incident not investigated? Why was it not condemned by the officials? Silence once again. AFCON 2025 officiating under the microscope. Let us watch what the referees did. There was this referee, across all the matches involving Morocco, fans and analysts noted inconsistent fouls, soft penalties awarded, clear infringements ignored, opponents booked while Moroccan players escaped sanctions.
Oh my God, no, now. God.
No direct evidence of bribery may have been proven, but the optics were quite damaging to African football. When decisions desperately favor one team, the integrity of the competition itself comes into question. CAF owes African football more than silence. A systemic pattern, not isolated incidents. Defenders of Morocco argue this is gamesmanship, but gamesmanship does not involve removing goalkeepers' equipment, physical interference during penalties, or fans throwing racially charged objects on the pitch of play. Officials crossing technical boundaries. What we witnessed was not clever football. It was a calculated disruption. And when such actions go unpunished, they become normalized.
But I'm not the kind of player that complain about officiating, but I have to say this is actually terrible from what I saw. It's that bad, you understand? And for me, I know that throughout my career I never spoke about officiating ever in an interview, but I have to say this one is really that bad, you understand? And every time I go to the referee, he just tell me, let me do my job, let me do my job. No, I have to speak for my team, but he never let me speak.
Therefore, we call for sanctions and accountability on the side of the Moroccans. Football governing bodies must now act. CAF and FIFA should open a full investigation into these incidents. Sanction officials and players who may have been involved in these acts. Issue bans or fines for fan misconduct. Review Morocco's FA suitability to host future tournaments. Hosting rights are a privilege, not an entitlement. They require fairness, respect, and sporting integrity. Now, the bigger picture. AFCON is Africa's crown jewel. If the tournament is to command global respect, no team, no matter how powerful, can be allowed to bend the rules with impunity. Football must be won by skill, discipline, and honor, not else intimidation or silence from those meant to protect the game. In conclusion, this is not an attack on Morocco or its players or its supporters as well, but it is a call for accountability, fair play, and justice. This is about AFCON, Africa's Football Survivor, as a credible competition. If manipulations is rewarded, if intimidation is normalized, if rules apply selectively, then AFCON becomes a spectacle, not a sport. African football deserves better. Players deserve protection. Fans deserve fairness. Because when the game loses its integrity, every one of us loses. Shalom. Thank you. Feel free to subscribe and follow us for more. Thank you.
I go hold your hand, I go hold your waist, I go hold you when you fellow Nigerians, I no go let you down. Why you so what? Why you so what? Why you